Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks Generals. This is your slightly lovely host, Nation BT, and today we are playing some 21st Battalion at 300 power. So, yeah, this should be interesting. Okay. We're going to reshuffle this because 7th is going to be a problem here. So yeah, I chose to show off some 300 power games because, well, obviously there's that 300 power tournament. It's like, I think next Wednesday it is. So I decided, hey, maybe I should show off some 300 power decks just because maybe some people like to see that, you know? Maybe a few people would like to see that. 3. Alright, he can remove this if he wants. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to. So, yeah, I decided just... So this, for the next couple days, because registration's for a little bit, I'll be showing off some 300 power decks, I guess. Just maybe help somebody out who wants to compete and get some ideas of what can be done at 300 power. I mean, a lot can be done at 300 power, really. I mean, obviously I put police in here. I mean, of course I'm putting police in. Police is, like, pretty much the best Russian card, in my opinion. Well, it is the best Russian card, in my opinion. He went about that kind of wrong, really. It's kind of really wrong. I hate to sound like that guy, but, you know, it wasn't the best approach trading like 2 cards into that. Just going to throw that out there. I don't know why I put Liberties in. I might change that. But I just couldn't find something better to put in its place, really. I mean, it's hard at 300 power because you're like, I want so many different things, but I can't have so many different things. I mean, maybe I should put in some Arty instead. Alright, we'll do this first. See what we get. We got a 5-drop, so that's okay. Yeah, we'll plop that real quick. 'Cause I'm not too horribly worried about him just kind of killing us, honestly. Like, I'm not. If we can get our Liberty down next turn, that'll be great. And plus, with Liberty, I'm like... 8's perfectly reasonable to kind of get down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, he can kill the T-24, but I don't think he will. Alright, he is going to kill the T-24. He's going to really kill the T-24. That's a bit upsetting. A little bit. Just a little bit upsetting. Going to remove that. We don't have enough units in this deck, I don't think. Alright. 3, 4, 5. Going to remove that. Alright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then what we'll do is just hit with that. So we have 6 cards to his 5 cards. And of course he has target locked. I mean, of course. He might not be playing a 200 power deck though. I mean, that's always a possibility. But we did lose this game. So, I mean, I'm probably going to go swap out the Liberty because it's mostly a dead card. Maybe put in a Su 18. Now we'll play another one with the Liberties. We'll see. We'll see if that's the problem or not. It probably is. There's a good chance it is. I mean, also this whole not drawing units thing is probably another problem, really. I mean, it's kind of bad, honestly, not drawing units. I mean, we need to play the police sometime soon, but only problem is it doesn't affect the board state. Alright, he's definitely not at 300 power. That will not fit in 300 power with the other things he has. I know this because I tried. It's a pretty good way to know things, isn't it? This card's a little late. I needed this several turns ago. If I drew that like on the one turn when I was being charged by the T6 and the T21, I would have been able to have cleared his board, which would have been great for me. Would have been really great for me. Alright, so he's getting rid of my police for some reason. Incorrectly, too. Should have shot with the 7th first, and he would have had 1 damage to my H. Okay, he didn't shoot with the 7th. Very well. Sometimes people make no sense. That's not what I wanted to see, game. Please, give me cards. That's a card, thank you. Not quite the card I wanted, but I guess it's a card. I guess it's very much so a card. Alright, I need logistics. I need to draw UPS here, guys. Get it? Logistics. It's logistics. Because then I can remove this T6. Or that actually works. I am happy I fit the AT1 into here. AT1 is really good. Probably should have attacked with the one on the bottom first. Oh well. I think I'm losing this game, though. Quite honestly, I think I'm losing this game. Toss that down. And we're going to attack these because the AT1s do have camo, and also they're tank destroyers, so he's going to have to draw a unit to deal with one of them. To deal with one of them, he needs a unit, because he can't really attack into it like that. Alright, so I guess a unit isn't the only choice. I guess that's also a choice. But I think he does win, because he's going to outrace us. A lot, actually. He's really going to outrace us. I mean, we need to draw some healing, among some other things. I mean, we needed these cards a while ago, is what I'm getting at here. I'm worried more about the Su-122. Su-122 is a worse card to deal with. That's very good for us, they did that. Very good for us indeed, they did that. Also good for us. Very good for us. Not shooting our HQ is great. And that just gave us, like, that kill right there. So now to remove the Su-122. Play the Liberty while we can. Alright, so we do have a huge card advantage, but we are really low on HP. Really low on HP. Right, Loose Lips doesn't actually spot that, so... Well, it does, I mean, it has camo, though, is the thing. So, camo kind of ruins everything for it. Whoever brings the sword, though, That was a really good draw on his part. I'm very kind of upset about that. I mean, that's a little upsetting that he's drawing cards that he needs to draw. Alright, so for right now, I'm going to actually put this down here so I can get to the Su 5. And I was aware at this power level, there's probably going to be a lot of this style of deck, because they're really good at low power. Attack it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You attacked it. Alright, his board is cleared now. Alright, there goes his board. I'm moving that up just so he can't shoot it unless he deploys a unit. So I'm hoping he doesn't draw a unit. I'm really hoping he doesn't draw anything. This is going to hold him for 3 turns. 3 turns is okay with me. Alright, this is not a 300 power deck. This is totally not a 300 power deck. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But he surrendered. Why? You could have won with that card alone, honestly. Let's look at this. Alright, that's not the power. 334? That did not seem that low. He must have been running 1 copy of all those high tier cards. It's an interesting approach. Alright, I guess we'll go on to the next battle. And we're back. I did swap out the Liberty to just kind of see. I swapped it out for the Su-18. Just kind of see how that goes. Let's close this general chat. I had to post there. Alright. Let's just respond to that, because that's friendly. That's friendly. And yeah, we'll put out our support, because G35-1. And yeah, equipment is allowed to be used in that tournament, so I'm going to be using equipment just to show off how to use equipment. Because, I mean, of course your opponent's going to be. Alright, so as long as he deploys 2 cards, we'll be good with that. I don't think we'll be seeing priests at 300 power, though. Even if he's like 330, I don't think we'll be seeing that many priests, so I didn't like reshuffle for Last Stand. I did put Last Stand in here, though, because sometimes Artie has to be, you know, dealt with. You have to deal with Artie sometimes, and Last Stand is one of the best cards to do it. I like it. I like it a lot. I was thinking about putting Gunners in here instead of the Su-18, because I'll stick around for 4 turns, but, I mean, Su-18 makes some sense, I guess. Makes a little bit of sense to have. 5, 6, 7. Well, I want to be a bit aggressive against this particular deck, because this particular deck kind of thrives off of you not being too aggressive, because it needs to deploy its cards. And yeah, if I can get in his face, I can start removing the cards, instead of waiting until he deploys so many cards that he kind of just outcards me. I mean on the board, not in total, but like outcards my board. Like, he has more board, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't want him to have more board. Like, ever. So I'm going to get in here and make sure he doesn't have more board. Like right here, I'm removing this Liberty. Guaranteed. Next turn, Liberty gone. It's gone. You will have no Liberty. This is Russia. Yeah. That's kind of a false statement. Don't take anything I say to heart, guys. Like, please don't. 4, 5, 6, 7. That was a really, really poor attempt at humor, guys. Like, I mean, Russia is a pretty cool country, honestly. Some people will disagree, but oh well. I think Russia's a very cool country. There we go. There we go. Now he doesn't outboard us. 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 to 8, meaning we did gain a card. I wonder if you guys can see that. I don't think so. 8 to 8. He's going to remove this. This is pretty guaranteed that he removes it with, okay, those two. This 2 damage will, okay, or that works. Not really how I would approach that, but okay, I'd attack it with a T6 because then it couldn't get counterattacked unless he has a unit to remove the AT1. Then that makes sense. So it depends. If he plays another unit and removes this AT1, that'll be okay move for him. But let's see, does he have another unit? Does he have another unit? Probably, actually. I wasn't thinking of that. Alright, he misplayed that. Come on, guys. Always play, when you're American, like always, always, always play the together we win first. Always. Just, there's no excuse not to, guys. Because he just took unnecessary damage. Completely unnecessary damage. That was really stupid on his part. And no, I'm not going to try to be nice about that. That was a misplay. That was a total misplay. Nothing else I can say about that other than it was wrong. Because he would have saved 2 damage on his T6 if he had played that before he attacked. So yeah, guys, don't do that. Like seriously, don't attack and then play the together we win, because when you're American, it gives you cover, which means your unit can't be counterattacked. So it's a very good move to play it before you attack the first time. Just, it is. It's a great move to play it before you attack the first time. 3, 4, 5. Alright, 3, 4, 5. That's how that's being removed. Because I want the light tank to be attacking his squad, since it does extra damage. Now, this will remove the squad, which is always okay with me. Always a fan of removing squads. And just to calm down his damage a little bit, we'll remove that squad. Because his HQ damage needs to calm down. Alright, now we're up 4 cards. Well, on his turn, we're only up 3 cards, but yeah. Yeah, it's still okay. Still very okay, doing 1 damage. That's fine. We'll whittle that down. We'll completely whittle that down with our police. Okay, I guess he's shooting the T-46. Shooting the T-46 here makes the most sense, because I'll drop it to 1. This is 26 max, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, that's cool. It's kind of sad that I know that in a way, but kind of not sad too. Alright, we're going to keep our T-46 there. That way he has to hit it with his HQ. So, yeah, he'll have to hit it with his HQ. Alright, yeah, he attacked twice with that. I was like, why is that so low? Like, oh yeah, together we win happened. 8, 3, 8, 3. Now it's 7 to 3, or 4, 7 to 4, 8 to 4. We were up 4, now we're up 3. We'll be up quite a few more after this. Oh, nice. Stewart. We'll eat that. Alright, the A7V will eat that. Since he moved it down. He should not have done that and made the T6 eat it, but oh, no, I guess it makes sense now. Makes a lot of sense now, because now the T6 will have to eat this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we'll do it like this, because I want to hit his HQ with my HQ. So we'll use our support, because there's no point just holding on to it the entire game. Although it is good to hold on to it until you absolutely need it, and I could argue I didn't absolutely need it, but I can also argue that I did, because I wanted to remove pretty much all but one of his cards. So now we've pretty much won. He can't do a lot. because we have a pretty large lead on cards. We're 5 cards up on him now. And being 5 up is pretty good. I mean, even a Together We Win wouldn't have removed any of my cards. Alright, let's just tell him GG, I guess. We'll just give him a GG. There we go. Alright. Very good. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, on to the next one. And we're back. This will probably be our last one. That'll be 4 games. 4 games is okay. Let's hope we win. You probably won't. We're due for a loss soon. Don't worry, guys. We'll probably lose soon. Don't worry. This is kind of a tough one. It's not a good hand. I mean, it could be a good hand, but it really depends. I mean, he could be a super aggressive second, but I'm not too scared of 1 firepower. Just quite honestly, 1 firepower can't do a lot very quickly to us. Can't at all do a lot very quickly to us. That's the one problem with this deck, is it is hard. It's really, well, I shouldn't say hard, it's tough. It's kind of tough to play 2 cards going second with this deck. It's kind of really tough, because there's not a lot of low-cost cards. A lot of these are higher-cost cards. A lot of the time, it's like a 1 card per turn sort of deck. I mean, if we draw a T1 LT, that'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to draw a T1 LT, because that'd be 2 cards. Or an AT1. I guess AT1 is another low cost. AT1 Gunners, that'd be okay. AT1 and Gunners. Oh, that's actually okay. We'll hang back a little bit. He does have to come at us if he's a tank-based deck. And currently, we can't do much about his board state, so we're hanging back. Hopefully he moves up 1, then we can do quite a bit about his board state. Or he plays something up here that we can do something about with these. Or he just stays there, and then we can do something about it with our Gunners. But that turn, we couldn't really do a lot about his board state. I mean, we could have dropped the support. Could have really dropped the support, but I don't want to drop the support. I don't at all want to drop the support on that yet. I want to play a bit conservatively. Just mostly because he doesn't have a lot more supply than us. He has 1 more supply than us. Right now he has no at all, like no more supply than us, but that I might drop support on. I might drop the support on that if he doesn't drop it on this. If he doesn't drop support on this, I'll remove both of them. Like, both of them, you know? Because then 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, and then... Alright, never mind. Never mind. I'll drop the support on that now. Drop the support on that now, huh? Yeah. Doesn't change anything, that draw, no. Because we can't really remove that. I mean, we can, but I don't want to spend 2 cards on it. Quite honestly, I don't want to spend 2 cards on it. Like, that's just an honest statement right there. But I will remove this. He removed ours, I'll remove his. Alright, 7. I mean, this isn't high enough power to have like an M3 Lee in, I hope. Unless he has 1. And then I'll just completely freak out, you know, if he just has 1 Lee. I mean, this is really the power where just tier 4s are about as much as you're getting as a tier 4, basically. About as high as you're getting. It's as much power as you're getting in this deck, basically. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say, and failing miserably at saying. Okay, we are removing that. We're not going to move up and shoot that yet. We are going to play the Gunners, but... Actually, maybe we won't play the Gunners. Do I want to? Nah. Nah, we'll just last stand that arty. Get rid of some damage on his side. Just some damage. Now he only has 4 instead of 5. That's okay with me. I don't care about him having that supply. I really don't care about that supply too much. It doesn't really worry me with 4 cards in his hand. Just 4 cards in his hand. Because end cost cards, probably not going to be too much of an issue. Yeah, he can steel fist that if he wants. Steel fisting that is fine with me. That's a really good move for me. I like that idea of his. Really like that idea of his right there. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, but I'm going to do some shuffling though, because kind of I want to keep my tougher units in front and hope that he just keeps kind of charging into them, trying to remove them, which is probably not the best approach. Probably not at all the best approach. So we have 7 cards. 7 cards to his 5. There's 5 cards, and this one is kind of a dead card. This is really kind of a dead card, so 4. This can be a spotter, but once it moves up to start spotting, it's probably not surviving for long. Probably not surviving for long at all. And yeah, it's always a good idea to keep your units alive. Like, alive as long as possible. It can never hurt, guys. Like, never at all can it hurt. Alright. Alright, so we're going to 3, 4. So he has 4 damage on the board. And we will play the gunners this time. Play the gunners this time. Alright, there we go. 8 cards is basically 4. Effectively, it's 4 cards. 8 to 4, effectively. Now, if he moves this up, I'm really hoping he moves that up. Alright, he's removing that. He is removing that. That's kind of sad, but it stayed alive. Stayed alive long enough. If he moves that up, I'm going to probably kill it with a T-24. Probably kill it with a T-24. Not now, though. 3, 6, 9. Guess we'll remove that. Guess we'll play this. Guess we'll move this up. Because we have to drop the steel fist on it. We have to drop our giant steel fist on it, guys. You know. And last standing, this is actually worth it now. It's actually very much so worth it. I'm going to just stay forward. I'm going to keep my forward stance now. Because we can keep our forward stance now. We have more units than he does. I mean, we've had more units than he does, but he has no units. And we can't move this back, so we want to be able to strike a unit that's up here if we must. If we must, which we might not must. We must not sometimes, you know? Just sometimes it might not have to. We might not have to. Just maybe not have to sometimes. Yeah, we'll probably strike that down. Probably will strike that down. And we can do that with just our T-24. This T-24 is getting some trades. Generally, it doesn't get, like, trades like that. generally it's not even close to that good of, like, trades. Alright, we're just going to go in now, because I feel we have enough units to, if we lose some of them, like, we'll still be fine. Because I feel like we have plenty of units. We have 6 on the board, so we have 7 cards to his 2 cards. We're probably never going to lose our card advantage, because it's so vast. We have 5 cards. And if we start losing it, I can withdraw. I can always withdraw. But it doesn't look like he has a unit. No, okay. Okay, that's good for us. It's really pretty good for us. Now we're going to start shooting his HQ with our HQ. And as you noticed, we weren't going to do that earlier because we had our squad on it. Like, never really waste durability on your squad on the 2nd Armored. That's just a good rule of thumb. Very good rule of thumb. Because he heals. So, him healing, but now we're going to kill him, so it's fine. I'll move that one down. I wish I could get into a position where my light tank could, like, shimmy in and out. Just, like, shimmy, you know, in and out. But it really can't, so... Does it have to stay there? Because nothing else can move up there. It just was a medium tank. But it's not a medium tank, so, yeah. Kind of sad. And we're back. Sorry about being so late into this. It just is kind of... You know, things happen. Recording fails, you know, cute things like that. We're going first, so we are going to take our tactics, and this hand we're going to keep even though it's double cops, but, you know what they say, double cops, it's okay against Jute. And this is pretty good equipment against Jute, because if he goes crazy and deploys a bunch of squads, they're all going to take 2 damage. Well, we only have one thing take 2 damage, so, although he didn't take any assets, so... No assets, so that means he won't be deploying things like a madman. But I want him to deploy things like a madman, you know? I want him to be a madman. He needs to be a madman. Alright, that's cute, I guess. Guess it's very cute. I'm not going to shoot it yet, but, you know, things. We'll see what we draw first before we make some decisions on what we do. This will move this up. And this shuffles back in. Yeah, okay. Cool. Cool. He's not a threat yet, like... So I'm just going to remove things. Next turn we'll probably play the police. Probably, if he starts going up to like 3 firepower. 21st can hold on to cops for a little bit and take control of the board if the Jute likes to control the board, which this one clearly does. So we might be able to wait on the cops another turn, actually. Does that cost 2? That does cost 2. Such an odd card. Such a very odd card. Okay. We can afford to hang back a little bit, I guess. Just a little bit, hang back. Well, hang back there, though. Hang right back there, just so... I don't know, reasons. Might have pulled back one, but pulling back one seems like that'll be too slow of a play, it seems. Because now he can't remove this. Can't remove this at all now. Well, I guess he can now. Okay. Oops. But yeah, I don't know. Pulling back seems like it'd be too slow. Like, way too slow. Because I might have to get up there quickly. But not pulling back also seems like maybe it's a bit risky. So, I don't know. There's questions. You know, I have questions. Sometimes I question myself. I don't want him to have a resource, though. And also, that's another thing. If I'm up here, there's more of a chance I can get to his units to actually do something about them existing. And I don't want his units to exist. Our HQ is still on full health. Our HQ is still on full health. Cops are definitely next turn. Next turn for the cops. Unless I draw something really much better. Nope. Come on, little light tank. Nope. Alright, whatever. Cops next turn. Be pretty good. Do some damage to his squads. Do a bit of damage to his squads. Now he's on 5. He could play Together We Win. Together We Win would not be the best, would not at all be the best card for us, but okay. That's fine. That's fine of him if he plays it. I was hoping for the T30 or T46, not 36. T46, you know, a little light tank coming from the police, because that'd be nice. Light tank from the police would be great. Would be great. '21st is a pretty hard counter to shoot. That's why I did 21st first, because it does counter Jute, and Jute is probably one of the stronger decks at 300 power. It's probably the strongest deck at 300 power. Like, pretty easily one of the stronger decks. It's definitely one of the stronger decks, I can say that much. At 300. Yeah, 300 is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. So is the 21st, though, because it's strong against, Ute. I should say Ute. I know it's pronounced Uterbog. I know that's the pronunciation on that, because I've looked that one up. And, yeah, Uterbog. Yeah. But I like to say Jute, you know. I prefer to say Jute. Because, I don't know. I'm a horrible, horrible person. Why didn't he attack that? He really should have. Well, I don't care about that unit currently. I care more about this, because either way he's going to have 5. And I guess I'd prefer him to have 5 and draw Together We Win when he doesn't have a squad, as opposed to when he does have a squad. If that makes any sense, if what I'm saying makes any sense at all, that'd be great. That'd be really great if it did. It'd be amazing if it did. But I think we've pretty much wrapped this one up. Now we'll clear out his board. Definitely clear out his board now. Is he going to shoot it with HQ too? Because that'd be kind of bad for him if he did. And yeah, I'd rather take some damage on the T46 than on the T35-1. This T35-1 is probably going to be the unit up in his brighead. All up in his brighead, you know? That's how we speak now, because we are Newt. I'm done, guys. I'm done. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's pretty simple. There's not a lot to talk about. I'm just kind of moving units into his brighead and clearing out what I need to. It's just kind of how it works now. It's just kind of what you do. It's very much so what you do. Nine, 12. Okay. Let's see what we draw. Because we can still play the T25. Right. Let's draw a hammer. Let's draw a hammer. Not a hammer. Okay. Let's just get this up here. Just in case something happens, but nothing will happen. So, yeah. we kind of have this on lock now, a lot. We have it's pretty guaranteed. It's definitely on lock. Okay, we're about at 30-ish minutes total. 30-ish total minutes. So yeah, I think we'll run one more. I again swapped out the Su-18 for gunners because, well, thinking about it, even though I didn't get either of the two Su-18s last game, I just determined maybe gunners is better because that's more guaranteed to stick around for more than one turn. Su-18 doesn't stick around for more than one turn normally because it gets hammered or something. Something tends to happen to it. Gunners is a bit harder to hit with a hammer and kill. A lot harder to hit with a hammer and kill because it doesn't really, you know, it has a bit too much health for that. Just a bit too much health. And if it does get hit by one hammer, it still shoots 3 times, so that's 3 damage. It's good for you. Also, it has some supply growth. So it grows supply. Also, the Priest can be in 300 power games pretty easily because it's the same tier as this. And this. It's a tier 4, so, I mean, I'm fitting 2 tier 4s in here. Like, well, 6 cards of tier 4s, 2 full sets. So, yeah, I could run a full set of Priests instead of T46s and be fine in the 3rd Airborne. Like, it would work. Full sets of Priests. And that'd be super annoying. But it'd be good. I mean, being good is, well, a good thing. It's a good thing, indeed. Why is this guy taking so long, guys? I mean, he's lost. There's no way around this. Is this just bad manners? Is he just displaying some really bad manners here? Because, I mean, he physically, like, you know, it's kind of impossible for him to win. He can't win. He has no cards in his hand. He already shot with the HQ. He can't do anything else. He can't do anything else. So, yeah, I haven't noticed how this is affecting my rating. Probably pretty negatively. There we go. I like how it freezes there for a second. Because I won. It's like, oh, no. No. Okay. I guess it's okay. I guess I'm still gaining. 20k. I think I did my mission. Wait, did I? Oh, 2 of them. Cool. Cool. Alright, on to the next one. Bad manners? There we go. No. Oh, no. I won. It's like for a second. Because I like how it freezes there. Oh. I think I did my mission. 20k. Okay, I guess I'm still gaining. I guess it's okay.